This is Dottie Berry, aka Coach B, the Google Hangout Maven. I'm coming to you from the Pacific Northwest of the United States. So wherever you are in the world, if you watch this live or later if you watch a recording, you can kind of get an idea of where I'm speaking from. It's about 35 minutes south of Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. But anyway, I am a consultant, a coach, a trainer, and a speaker, president and CEO of Training to Transform Global Enterprises. And I'm excited every Tuesday night to actually, at least in the U.S. on the Pacific Coast, evening here, daytime for other people, to actually offer these trainings to our wonderful Lead Lightning and Power Lead System community. And what I try to do is bring on guests who have something to offer our community, because here's the real deal. I say that I'm the Google Hangout Maven, but I don't do that with like smugness, like, gosh, I know so much better than you. What that means, a Maven, let me just explain. That means that you have a story to tell and a skill to impart. And everybody is a Maven. I've got two gentlemen on with me right now, Chuck and Barry, and they are mavens in their own right, because that just means that you got a little bit of knowledge that you are willing to share with other people and help them. So let me just say this, no matter where you're at, beginning or advanced in internet marketing, you are a maven, and figure out what that is that you have to offer other people, because it's an exciting thing to do, and in any moment, if you know one thing more than somebody else, you are their expert. Guys, would you agree with me on that? How about you, Chuck?
You hit the nail on the head. You're absolutely correct.
Yeah. So while I've got you up here on the big screen, let me just go ahead and introduce you, and then I'll go over to Barry, and then we'll come back and let you really show some of the amazing things you're doing with the system. But for those of you who are watching, Chuck Polson, I mean, you know, Chuck, I like it because you bring such a wide variety of tools to the table. I mean, you're an internet marketer for about as long as you've been in network marketing. That's a very rare combination. How did that happen?
Well, it really started back in the late 80s, early 90s when I started a real estate career. And within a one-year period, we went from big, large books that we found real estate in to going to finding the properties on DOS computers. Within a month later, that was everybody crowded over something inside of a room. I thought something had happened to someone inside of that room, and it wasn't. It was called a fax machine. And that fax machine must have been 100 people huddled over this thing. And you can imagine, all within about a 10-month period, all this technology was like getting sprayed in the face with a fire hose. And you were literally forced to adopt to technology, or you were going to go the wayside. And fortunate for me, I adopted it, and I'm always curious about learning and knowing, and I'm a very global thinker, so I think in the future what this internet technology could do to reach out to others 24/7. So that enabled me to start building websites, putting stitching software together for virtual homes before what you see today. So we were one of the originators of that here in Arizona.
Yeah.
So put that all together, and then learn how to blog a little bit, learned HTML code, learn how to do that, and now we don't have to do that with WordPress and all that. And so it was just one progression after another. It really was just a curiosity to learn, and then wrapping that together in terms of a marketing, putting my marketing hat on, how can I take this technology, use it as a tool, but be able to market and be able to find folks or individuals that were looking for real estate or possibly a home business or ways to market their business using the tool both online or offline. And so I've done both offline and online marketing. I just use the internet tools as a tool to find the folks that I'm looking for. So I attract them to me. And that's kind of like my story wrapped up in about 19, 20 years. I could be here for a lot longer, but that's the technology that I'm using today through the Power Lead system with Lead Lightning is absolutely amazing. It's one of the best tools that I've used probably in the last 10 years. And I've built marketing systems from the ground up. I've leased marketing systems, tore them apart, and built them. It cost me about $10,000 before I actually launched the marketing system. It was bought by actually a network marketing company. An owner actually purchased that from me. And then well, I started looking around a couple of years later, and I didn't want to get into purchasing a marketing system again. I didn't want to hire programmers and deal with all that. And then when you start poking around looking, you'll find it. And so I literally stumbled onto Power Lead System, and it had everything in there that I needed to have in terms of keeping it simple all the way to making it quite large and creating replicated marketing systems. There's a lot more to it than that, but yeah, it's a wonderful system. It's awesome. We'll be talking a little bit more about that here as we go through the live hangout. But yeah, it's a phenomenal, phenomenal system. And what I really like about it, Dottie, is it's something that if you're brand new to marketing, this is really important, folks. If you're brand new to marketing and you don't know a whole lot, we all started there. We all started with zero knowledge, like I did, like Dottie. Zero knowledge. Well, this allows you to learn and grow into the system. If you're a little bit more medium or a little bit more advanced in terms of marketing, well, the system allows you to grow into that as well. So it's really something for every skill set, for every person. If you're looking to generate more sales, create more leads, brand yourself, and also market your primary business. That's what the Power Lead System and Lead Lightning marketing funnel system does.
Hey, that's great, Chuck. And, you know, that's a great segue before I introduce Barry to just talk about and welcome the people who are on this hangout. I mean, I just want to say to you, if you are a guest because somebody invited you and they might be on their own page, okay, what do I mean by that? In our system, and we have it all in one place, we don't have to run to like 10 different places to get the tools that we need. It's all in one system. But we can actually create pages like you're on now with CoachBGoldNuggets.com. Now, that might not be the page you're on, and yet we are coming through in the Hangout. It's kind of like coming through the TV channel in your home. You may be sitting at home watching it on a different TV, but boom, there comes the same show. And we're able to do that because with our upgraded version, the gold version called Power Lead System, you can actually customize. We can create sales pages, sales funnels. We can give somebody a share code, which I do for, well, you know, it's amazing, Barry and Chuck, over about 330 people now have this share code and are able to invite people in. And what do I mean by that? Well, in that page that I create for them, unlike the one you may be on with Coach B Gold Nuggets, it has a link, a little banner to their Lead Lightning page so people can actually sign up with them, except for it's on their own domain. So that's just that's something we offer the community, and then they didn't have to create that page, but they can get the benefit of that page, and they can have all of us coming in and training. And Chuck, you and I have something in common. It's really kind of interesting, not just Power Lead System and Lead Lightning, but I think the idea that it's what I call my daily intention, and that's Ankara and Paro. That means I am still learning. And I know that I'm like you in that sense because, you know, I had a business, just for those who don't know, my business was Small Business of the Year in the United States in the ASI industry. That's Advertising Specialty Institute. And by 1995, I saw about the internet. So I created a website design company, and I had 6 designers on staff. And I would go to, y'all would kind of find this funny, but I would go to meet with a client, and they would say, we've got new business cards, we're so excited. And I'd look at their new business cards. They didn't ask me, but they called me in after the fact, and it didn't even have their website on there. And I'd say, oh, this is really beautiful, but I think what we're going to have to do next time is have your website on. They say, oh, do we need that? Now, that sounds comical today, but literally, they didn't know how important that was. So, Chuck, I know you've seen a lot of changes, and I will say this. Barry, I'm not sure you were born when Chuck and I were doing some of these things. Barry is, let me just put the camera over on you, Barry, and bring you up in the big screen. But you are amazing. You are the online marketer trainer of the empowered millennials. I mean, you're rocking it out here with this age group. You're only 24 years old. Hey, Chuck, would you like to be able to go back and have these kind of opportunities now that Barry's going to have? I mean, how amazing is that?
Oh, yeah, he doesn't even understand where this is going to go in the next 5 years. If he keeps at his pace of what he's doing, yeah, it's very exciting, very, very exciting.
Yeah, and you know, I don't want to tell the stories that my dad used to say about I walked 5 miles to get the bus and make him feel all bad, but you know, I can just appreciate the I don't know, just the foresight you have, Barry, in embracing internet marketing. What made you do that?
Well, I've always, ever since I started working, when I was 16, I started working at a Hardee's. I worked a few hours a week, outside around my school schedule, and I enjoyed that for a little bit for the most part. But after I think the newness wore off of me getting a paycheck, I hated trading my time for money. To me, my time is more valuable than my money because there's so many things I want to do in this world and that I can't do now. I work 40 or 50 hours a week. I can't do the things I want to do. I can't go stay a week at the beach just if I want to. I always have to answer to somebody. I have to ask for permission to take a vacation, or I have to ask, or a job. I'm only limited to so much income that I can make in a job. So now I'm putting a ceiling on my own life. I'm allowing myself to build this box around me that's limiting me from doing the things I want to do. So the reason I was attracted to network marketing, now online marketing, which I love both online and offline. Just online gives me more flexibility and more leverage. While I don't have all that time in the world right now because of my current job. But what I'm doing in the time that I have available is that I'm leveraging the internet, leveraging my time with these tools, like with the capture pages, with autoresponders, with Google Hangouts, and I'm starting to build an audience. I'm building a list and a network. And as we talked yesterday, Dottie, you said your network is your net worth. So I'm building my network so that when it comes to this time where I can say, well, do I have to stay with this job or do I have the opportunity to leave? I now won't feel chained down to stay because I need income. Now I have the opportunity to make my own decision and live the life of freedom that I desire.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I hope that anybody who's listening to Barry, whether you're, simply new to network marketing, online marketing, you don't have to be as young as Barry to just say, wow, this guy's got it going on, and I want to learn what he's learning. Because here's what he did discover very early on as I started mentoring and working with him, is that if you know one more thing than somebody else, you are their expert. It's very true. I don't want you to think you have to know everything. I don't want you to think you have to be who we are. We have this saying here that everybody is a guru, okay? And that means G-U-R-U. That's what a guru means. Just be yourself and let it flow from there. And just know that none of us started with a list. None of us. Because it didn't exist. You have to start somewhere. So let's get on with this and really show people a little bit about Lead Lightning first. And what you're going to see with that is that you've got a robust system and contact management system for only $7 one time. I'm going to also show you what you don't have, okay? And that's the ability to customize. And Chuck and all of us, we're going to talk a little bit about that power beyond Lead Lightning, because it is going to give you the ability to customize. And it also gives you the ability to create greater income, and it also gives you the ability to be a bigger leader. What do I mean by that? Well, my honest opinion, and this is just my opinion, but people aren't looking for a service or a product. That's not usually what they're looking for. They're looking for lead generation. They're looking for some kind of system, and they're looking for leadership in implementing that kind of system, because that's what they don't know how to do. And if you are in a network marketing company, you approach somebody from your company, their eyes will glaze over, and they'll just kind of exit that conversation, because it becomes like this. The person offers their company, you offer their company, and everybody just starts backing up. Rather than engaging, you're like backing up from one another. But if you say to somebody, how can I best help you do what you're doing and make you so successful you will thank me forever? Try that. And you will find out what they really need. And I guarantee you part of what they usually need is marketing, online marketing, a way to have a contact management system, connect and engage with their audience. And people just don't know how to do that. So you can be a resource for them. And when you make it about them, and help them get what they want, you will get what you want. So let's just go ahead and do a little screen share. And guys, as I'm doing this, anytime y'all want to jump in, you just go right ahead, because this is about collaboration here. Now, let me just get over here. Can you all see the screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we can see it.
All right, great. So here's the deal. Lead Lightning, those of you who are in Lead Lightning, please go ahead and put down in the chat box below, I'm in Lead Lightning. As I'm saying that, if you've already upgraded to the Gold, which is Power Lead System, that customizable, or Silver, or Diamond, or whatever you've upgraded to, put it in down there. Or if you're a visitor, put, hey, I was invited by, and put that person's name. Because we want to acknowledge each and every one of you, you know. However you got here, we're just glad you're here because we know your time's valuable. So let me just say this. When I have Power Lead System back office, it has a few more bells and whistles. But if you came in to Lead Lightning, you've got this right here, which is amazing back office. And the reason I've got it, I wanted to see exactly what you would have if you paid your $7. So I went, signed up under myself, made $6 off of it, so that only cost me $1. Hey guys, that's pretty cool. If you haven't done that yet, I recommend that you do that, because then you'll know exactly what people are looking at when you speak with them. So anyway, it's got the quick start right here, and what that means is, and so you'll just notice that whoever your sponsor is, whoever you came in under, their name's going to be there. You can contact them, and you can just get some help with them. But, you know, for Pete's sake, be proactive. They've got your number too. But don't sit there and say, I failed because nobody called me. You know, take ownership of your business. Take ownership of your life. So you call them, they call you. One of you will connect, and it'll get you going. So how do I get started? Very simple, 3 simple steps. I want you to watch this video if you haven't watched it yet. If you have come into Lead Lightning, you haven't logged into your back office, let me say this. A funnel just sitting there is of no value. It's like you having a Ferrari and hiding it in your garage and not putting gas in it. That Ferrari is going to be beautiful. You can even, you know, raise the garage door and brag about it and have your neighbors see it as they drive by. They're just going to think you're crazy for not putting gas in it and going somewhere. So a funnel has got to be useful to you, but it's not useful if you don't utilize it. What do I mean by that? You've got to get your link. You've got to get it out there. You've got to drive traffic to it. There are numerous ways that we teach you traffic generation online, traffic generation offline. Let me just show you right there. Gives you text links, ways to do this with article, press releases, video marketing. Offline gives you different ways to do that, okay? There is a training area right here that you can access. You do have to set up another username and password. I just make mine the same. Use that Master Traffic Academy in the free leads. That is if you upgrade to Silver. If you're on the page that you're on watching this right now, CoachBGoldNuggets.com, then you're going to see that there's videos for each of these levels. I mean, we're going to actually show you what that $7 lead magnet tripwire leads to, okay? So you can see it and assess it for yourself, okay? We're not trying to hide anything. We're saying you're going to get something great for $7 one-time fee, but guess what else you can get? So great training. Let's go back here. So when you click on how do I get started, you're going to see a couple of links. In referral link A, all you have to do is copy that and begin to use it in social media or solo ads. Again, go through, you know, the training on those various things. We've done this the past few weeks, so I don't want to go all through that, but I do want to just kind of cover it briefly. Referral link B, if you put in XYZ here, company.com, that's your company, then when you use this link, referral link B, it's going to hook into a different autoresponder that is going to expose people to your primary business. Now, your primary business can be offline or online, and it also could be your blog. Whatever you want to lead them to right here, you can do that. And the number of autoresponders that is automatically already done for you, you don't have to write them, and trust me, I know Barry and Chuck will agree. I'll tell you what, writing autoresponders is a talent and a gift. And it's a challenging one at times. So this is already done for you. There's twice as many emails in this autoresponder series because it's going and exposing them to your primary business, okay? About, I don't know, I think it's 8 or 9 here and maybe 18 or 19 in this one. Anyway, about twice as many. Now, what if you said, well, you know, make over 5 times the money? What's that about? Well, this is why we're talking about the power beyond lead lightning. If you get on a roller coaster and you want to raise your hands up in the air and ride on that roller coaster, have a great time, do it. If you want to keep your hands right on the handle, do it. In other words, this whole system is a roller coaster, and it is one heck of a ride. But it's going to be whatever you want it to be. What I can tell you is there are no missing tracks. You will not derail. Whatever you want to get out of it, you can get out of it. If you want the silver membership, then you just see what you get here. It tells you Master Traffic Academy, free upgrade and ongoing training, the endless free leads. You've got all this. You can make $15 a month residual, okay? Click here and get it. Gold membership, this is where you begin to do the customization. That's what Chuck's going to show you some about. Really, really exciting, okay? You can create all these exciting sales pages. Wow, it is just unbelievable. Unlimited sales funnel. What does that mean? That means you could get one custom domain and literally create an unlimited number of subdomains which you could attach to page after page, lead capture page, sales page, whatever. Now, I've done a lot of training in the past on the Hangout, so we're not going to go into details on that tonight. But anyway, click here for FAQs. Immediately find out everything you need to know. So that's real simple there. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to come off this, and I'm going to come back over to you, Chuck, and we're going to go ahead and get started, because I want to just say this. Chuck is going to be going over some things about boot camps. Now, Barry's got one going. I've got one going I'm working on with the Google Hangout Boot Camp or Guide, Free Report, however you like to say it. It's one of the best things that you can do. Why? Because it gives you a chance to connect, engage with people, and then by doing that, you form the relationship, and then you let them know what your primary business is, whatever that might be. And you don't have to hit them over the head with it. They'll be asking you, wow, I like your style, I like what you do. How can I get involved? What is it that you do besides this? So, Chuck, let me go ahead and turn it over to you. I know you've got some great things to share with us. I appreciate you being here. Really value your contributions. And let's go ahead and screen share on your part and get going.
All right, everybody just let me know when you can see my screen.
We can see it.
Yep.
I can see me. We'll just have to get on the page you want to show us.
Very good. Okay, perfect. How about that?
Yep, I can see it.
All right, fantastic. So Dottie alluded to a couple of things there. There's some gold nuggets there, but if you got a pad of paper or something to write, there's going to be some notes here that you might want to take. And I'm going to give you a little philosophy that's worked very well for me, and I've earned very, very significant 6 and 7 figures in multiple direct sales, network marketing, and it's really, people come into this industry wanting to generate more sales, get more leads. They're really enamored. They're really excited about their home business, and they come out of the gate really excited, and you should be. You should be very excited that you're in a home business and you've got a way to make some secondary income. Barry's working. The great thing about what we're able to do here in this great industry is work part-time on our fortune, and we make our income full-time. So part-time we make our fortune with our home business, and then we have a full-time job that we pay the bills, feed the dog. We make our bills from that. And Barry's a very good example at a very young age right now. He gets it. He understands that to get ahead these days, you need to have a few streams of income. In the real estate business I was in for 20 years, for most of my high wealth clients, they didn't have one income they lived off of, they had 2 or 3. Now, how does this all relate to marketing? Well, when you come into a home business, well, you don't know a whole lot. All you know is that you're excited. Whoever got you into your home business program, they said, here you go. You're going to get a kit of some sort. If you're lucky with a company, they might have a marketing program set up, but most don't. And then you're often sent to the world. And hey, when you get some people, let me know. I'll be there to support you. And hopefully, you're the person that got you in the business sticks around long enough. Or a lot of times they'll go to another program or disappear altogether. and you're by yourself trying to figure out how to build your business. So the great thing about Lead Lightning the Power Lead system is we have a wonderful community that helps everyone in terms of it doesn't matter what business you're in. That's what's really cool about this. It doesn't matter what home business you're in. We're all trying to help each other as a collaborative group. What we're looking to do is we're looking to collaborate with individuals that are looking to market their businesses, okay? So the important thing is learning to market, because Dottie had alluded that, you know, people don't want the drill, they want the hole. Does that make sense? So really what people want is a turnkey marketing system where they don't need to learn how to do, how does the video go on the page and build the systems, okay? What we have with the Power Lead system, Lead Lightning, is we have a marketing system that all you got to do is do 3 simple things. And by the way, we have videos that show you how to do this. Literally within 15 or 20 minutes, you can have your system set up. And then you can start marketing. Now, the most fundamental thing that you can get from this webinar today is this. This is what I want you to understand. Always lead with value. Don't always lead with your opportunity, your home business opportunity, because you're going to burn people out doing that. Your warm market list, yes, you want to let everybody know that you have a home business. You want to let your friends and family know that. You want to know your coworkers that you're involved with a home business. You're excited. You want to share that with them. Of course you do. But if you go out on the internet or you at a cocktail party or networking meeting and all you're talking about is your home business, people will stare at you like you have 3 heads, and they'll walk away from you because they don't want to hear it. Now, what people are interested in knowing, besides you and who you are as a person and what you're involved with, is imagine. Here's a very good example. I was in the real estate business for 20 years. I would sit down at a client's home and I'd work. Myself and my wife would work for free, and we would give tips and strategies of maybe selling their home or working with them as a home buyer. And they would say, wow, there's a lot of great value that you're giving us, and it's all for free. And we're all hardwired as human beings to reciprocate back, meaning if you give to me, like, here's another point, write this down. What's in it for me? Individuals don't care whether you have a home business or not or this and that, whatever. They're looking at you like, how can you help me? How can you help me, okay? Now, what we're able to do with the Power Lead system, Lead Lightning, is we have a tool, we have a system in place that can help anyone, whether they're in home business, they're in a brick and mortar business, it doesn't matter. We have a tool system here that's going to help them do a few things. It's going to help them generate more sales, get more leads, and the third thing is you can promote your business in the background. So you're leading with value, just like I did when I was working with my real estate clients for free. And then you back end them, your business, through a little subtlety, which are little emails that go out, and they click on the link and it goes to your primary business. How cool is that? So if you get anything from this webinar tonight is this. People want to know what's in it for them, and they want to have value. They want you to give them value. So they say, Dottie asked a question, and then they say, well, what do you do, Chad, for a living? I help home business owners, or I help business owners generate more sales and more leads. And then I would say to that person, Bob, are you getting all the leads and all the referrals and all the sales that you need every day? How would you like to get 10 or 20 new prospects a day to speak to about your business? And they'd be like, wow, sure, I'd love to know how do you do that? Hey, no problem. I'll tell you what, can I get your business card? And I'll send you some information. And then I'd follow up. And of course, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send them to my Lead Lightning or my Power Lead system link, and the rest of the work does from presenting that link to them. Now they get to check out the system. They get to check out the tool. What's in it for me? So we can take it a step further.
Hey, Chad, I want to draw attention to something you said just then for people.
Yes.
You said you'll get their card. When you go to networking events, it's much more important than you get somebody else's card than you give them theirs. In fact, I know some people who don't even carry a card to the event because
I don't carry any cards.
They get lost. I know I've had digital card. I don't even have a paper card. Haven't for about 6 years. Just have a text to something, you know. But, you know, that's a great point about that. And then you follow up with them rather than they'll follow up with you by you giving them the card. Remember, they want to know what's in it for me. So if you share something like Chuck was just talking about, you're going to be in a better position.
It almost doesn't make sense, because even leading with value first, it's like, well, why, Chuck? Why I should be leading with my business all the time? And it's like, no, I understand where you're coming from, but really the marketers, the big people, and the people that have been around the block, they know one thing. Hey, if I can give somebody a value something, well, the common thread is this: they're going to naturally ask you, what is it that you do for a living, or how can it's one of those things. The reason why you don't give out, you get business cards if you want to. You're excited. You never had a home business before. If you want to purchase some business cards, go for it. We're not saying not to. But what works more effectively is I don't walk into a business meeting with business cards. Haven't for years. And the reason for that is because, in fact, on my smartphone, I have a digital business card. So I can collect their information really quick, and I can send them something very fast while I'm at that event. Pretty smart marketing, but I'm not going to get into that right now. I'll take their business card, and then I'll direct the information I want to them, and then I'll say, hey, Bob, I don't have time to explain it right now, but I tell you what, do you have a half an hour or 3 minutes when we speak? And go, oh, I'm really busy, I don't have a half an hour. 3 minutes, great. Let me send you a link, because it'll explain all the details and do a much better job than I could do. When would you be able to take a look at that information? It only takes about 3 or 4 minutes. Tomorrow at 5? Great. How about if I call you back after 5, and then we'll follow up, because you'll be able to get the information. I'll answer any questions, and we'll take it from there. How does that sound? So that's basically how I send information and build businesses like that. Now, what I'm able to do is, with the Power Lead system with Lead Lightning, with the system that integrates together, I'm able to actually create custom pages. And so this is what we call a lead magnet here. Dottie alluded to the fact that some of us are a little further down the road than others. This is a little bit more of an advanced tool that we're using here. But a lead magnet is basically giving away something for free in exchange for a name and an email address. Now, what I've done is I've actually created a series of pages to go out on an email system, and they just basically fill out this form right here. So what is this about? Well, it's about giving away value to somebody. The value is this. If you read the headline here, let me highlight it for you here. This is kind of going to beat somebody right over the head. There you go. It's got the wow factor. Discover an easy way to recruit rejection-free without wasting your time, money, and chasing down prospects and deadbeat leads. Now, when you start marketing correctly, you're not going to get this, but most people don't know how to market correctly. And this is what we teach you back in the Power Lead system, is how to market more effectively. So I'm basically giving people free information to teach them and show them how to market more effectively. In fact, this is a video here that goes over a little bit about this headline, and we're going to show them in a 5-day sequence how they can generate all the leads they can handle, make some additional income, even if somebody says no to their primary business, okay, and how to be a professional marketer. I'd just like to get that information. Wouldn't that be cool? And so when somebody, for the information here, they're going to click on Get Access. They're going to simply put in their name and email address, and then from that point forward, they're going to get this page that pops up automatically. So within 3 seconds or so, they're going to get this connected to them in their email box. You're going to click on the link, and this page pulls up. This has all been built. It's all customized. I created this through the Power Lead system. It's a lead magnet. And now these folks are going to be dripped on with some incredibly valuable information. We talk about old school, new school marketing. It's kind of a buzzword out there, but legitimately, we're actually showing them step by step how to stop struggling in the network marketing business, how to generate more leads without cold calling, and speaking with people that have no interest in your business or no interest at all, but be able to market more effectively to the people that are looking for your business, that are open to taking a look. And that's the big thing, is that a lot of folks will get started with a home business and they're speaking to the wrong audience. A lot of people may not have their window of opportunity open for your product or service or whatever it is that you're involved with, and you think that they are, so you're pitching them on something that they don't have any idea what you're talking about. So, as marketers, as you're promoting your home business, one of the things you want to know how to do is market more effectively. So that's what we're teaching here in this lead magnet. And by the way, when they go through this, what I'm going to have them do is they've got to have a marketing system in place, because most people don't. They're looking for a marketing system to generate more leads and more sales. I have a little link here that backends them to Lead Lightning, the Power Lead system, so they can take a look at a marketing system if they're open to it. Now that's day one. Day two, another video appears. This will be the second day. It'll magically just appear in your email box. And it's the keys to top network marketing success. And I go into that about attraction marketing. What is attraction marketing? How can attraction marketing help you in your business? And so I break it down into points on this video here, why you don't want to pitch your home business to people, and how to do it, and who to do it with. Okay, so that's day two. And by the way, of course, I'm talking about having a marketing system. There's other ways that you can market as well too. There's Barry alluded to offline marketing. There's postcard marketing. There's blog marketing. There's all sorts of ways that you can market your business. We teach you all that back in Power Lead System, Lead Lightning. But you know, we give specific points of what you can do to market your business. And oh, by the way, you know, we have an area back in the Power Lead System where you can give away free reports. So I tied in the free reports back in this as well as a kind of a neat little value. So all throughout the sequence, I'm giving value, 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 value for an individual that's looking for what it is that I have. Okay, now I haven't talked about my primary business one time through the sequence, nor will I through the 5 days. Day three comes along. We talk a little bit about article marketing. We talk a little bit about how to generate leads. Everybody wants to generate leads and get more signups.
Let me ask you something real quick. When you were starting this process, how did you start it? You've got this great boot camp set up now. For people who are watching, what was your initial beginning point? Did you write it down on a piece of paper? Did you type it on your computer, your ideas? How did you start the process?
Yeah, so that's a great question, Dottie, and this is what I recommend. Whenever you put together, you could do it. You don't have to do a 5-day boot camp. You could go maybe 7 steps to building a successful home business. Okay, and what you do is you just get a little pad of paper out. Or if you do digital, you go to TextPad or Word or something like that, and you just begin. Like, how many of these pages do you want to create? 1, 2. It doesn't have to be 5 days. It could be 3. It could be 1 or 2. What the headline may say, what the content may say down below. You don't even have to create a video, you guys, okay? You just simply write the content. As long as this lead capture page, which is the squeeze page, as long as let me pull it up here. As long as whatever this is right here, the headline, okay, you don't want to bait and switch people. It's got to say, whatever you say up the headline, it better convey that message throughout your funnel, throughout your lead magnet, okay? So that's mostly important. So you want to write the sequence out. I generally write from backwards to forwards. So what I'll do is I'll have the very last thing that I'll actually create, the last page, to my squeeze page, which is the very first thing that they'll see. And then sometimes I draw it out on a yellow pad of paper. I just put a little headline. I'll draw a little video, or I'll put bullet points in there. That's day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. And I'll take that and I'll put it into a digital format, which might be on TextPad or on Word or whatever it is that you use digitally. And then I'll copy that. I'll create a static page, a simple page that they have for you to use back in Power Lead System, and I start building it out. Now, I don't do it all at one time. I'll do a little bit here and a little bit there. I got a very busy schedule, and I run 3 businesses. And it's just a project that I put a timeline to, so within a week, I can put a week is very part-time, an hour here, an hour there. If you're going to do 1 or 2 pages, you could do it in an evening, okay? So I just draw it out, and then I write a few emails that are attached into it. And by the way, everything that I'm doing here, I'm speaking about, is all taught back in the Power Lead System. There's videos that support how to accomplish this. It's actually quite simple, but very effective. And if you could put together something like this and offer it to folks, oh my goodness, I mean, you would have such a huge value. You would be doing 99% of what most people would never do in the home business profession, giving value. And guess what happens because of that? You actually get you'll actually get people wanting to join your business. In fact, I have people through this they just like you. They want to be part of what you're part of because you've given them value. And so they'll naturally call you up or follow up with you and start a conversation with you. Okay, and people go, well, gosh, I'm kind of open to a home business. What do you got? And so this is what this allows you to do. So when even if you're not using this, but even the Power Lead System or Lead Lightning, people will actually want to work with you in your home business because you're promoting that to them. This is what I call
make a little point right here, because I hate to interrupt you, but we're going to do that occasionally because when you say something really good, I want to bring people's attention back to it. And that is that you're talking about how to build this list and how to make money even before or if you're not in your actual network marketing company. And this is very important for people to understand because the value of that lead is enormous. It's $1 per lead per month. And I did a training on that recently. And so let me just translate that for people real quick. Imagine if you've got a list of 10,000 that you have paid attention to over the course of building that list. You could expect to make probably $10,000 a month. So that's just from your marketing that you do. That's in addition to what you might do with your online or offline business. So that's really important for people to grasp what the power is beyond lead lightning. The power being that you can create these custom systems, these boot camps like you're sharing with us, Chuck. So just kind of wanted to draw people's attention back to that.
You are spot on with that. I mean, this thing right here that pops up, you see where it says first name and email?
Yeah.
Just think of a dollar, like Dottie just said. Just think of a dollar every time that somebody does that, and imagine, like Dottie said, if you had 5,000 or 4,000 people that put in their information, which is it can happen within a year. It can happen. It can happen very quickly. You can have hundreds and hundreds of people or thousands of people in a very short amount of time put their information in. If they see good value here, if they see a headline and you're going to offer that to them, Dottie's absolutely 100% spot on. This is called a list. This is called community. This is called building a list. Oprah Winfrey, Donald Trump, Barry, myself, Dottie, we all are building lists. Well, what do we do with this list? Well, we communicate with them. We build value with them. We share ideas with them. And as a point of value, what happens is that dollar turns into tens of thousands of dollars based on the size of your list. So even that's just icing on the cake on top of your home business, whatever you're making from that. That's a whole other training, but just think of the value of just people giving you their name and email address, putting trust in you to give them free information that they're looking for. That's the value. And then they get a sequence of 3 to 4 or 5 days or 2 days of information, and as long as your information is stellar and it checks out okay, guess what? They'll be checking out more of your information. They follow you on Facebook, and YouTube, and Twitter, wherever you might be, your own personal blog. But once again, day 4, we just talk about some secrets of basically getting traffic and things like that. And then on day 5, just to wrap this up here real quick, the 5-day attraction marketing funnel here basically ends. But once again, all throughout the sequence here, we're giving value, written and also in this video. In addition to that, they can actually sign up with the Power Lead System, Lead Lightning, all throughout the pages. So, the neat thing is I feel very confident when I build one of these and create them that people are going to get tremendous value out of it. And I'm going to be able to build a relationship and create a list. And it's all good for the world. It's all good for people to get good value for trading their name and email address.
Well, Chuck, this is fantastic, what you're allowing people to see. And again, building that list is so incredibly important. By the time you hit 5,000, it makes a significant difference for you. And by the time you hit 10,000, it's like an ATM machine because you've given so much value to so many people at that time that every time you offer something, because they have come to like, know, and trust you, they are going to opt in on different things that you offer them because they trust your word because you've proven to be trustworthy. So, Barry, let me ask you, as you're looking at what he's doing, what questions do you have to ask?
Well, I just want to go back to kind of reiterate and touch on the things that I asked Chuck yesterday evening. By leading with a free boot camp like this, I just wanted to see, like, before the boot camp and then now, at the time when he has the boot camp and you're giving it away, how have you seen that improve your relationship with maybe your cold market prospects or maybe even your warm market prospects? So when you email this boot camp out to your existing list, how has this transformed your business?
Oh, there's no way to put a significant. There's a value to it, but an intrinsic value to it. But really, it's for a long-term value. So, when you say value, it could be, could this list grow to 5 or 10 or 15,000 people over time? Of course it could. We know the dollar amount with that. It's really not so much my value as much as the value that the other person's getting.
Well, Chuck, let me rephrase that. I guess what I should say is, have you had people, reach out to you after enrolling in your boot camp saying, "Thank you so much for this. I've learned so much." Like, have you got any type of feedback like that?
I get it pretty much every other day or daily. It's just what happens is what I do is I'm proactive. I'll follow up on an email with them, or if they they'll find me, they'll track me down on Facebook or wherever I'm at on the internet, and we'll start a conversation. And that's really where the magic happens. Really, what this does, it allows me to, yes, build a list and get their name and email address and be able to communicate with them. But I'm proactive. I'm a lot different. I actually will pick up the phone or follow up with them. I'll find them on Facebook. I'll start a thread with them and say, hey, listen, you came in. Did you get some value from my 5-day boot camp? It looks like you're in day 3. And that's where the magic happens. And then that's where I get signups for my home business. I get, they'll ask me, hey, listen, do you know of a good, I see the marketing system with Power Lead System Lead Lightning. What do you think of it? Well, of course, I'm going to go down that road and explain to them what it's done for me and what it can do for them. That's the value. So I get plenty of folks signing up for Lead Lightning Power Lead System from just this. And then, of course, if they're open, if they're ready, okay, Barry, they're going to sign up with me in whatever home business or primary business that I'm actually promoting. Okay.
This is like the conversational piece, the like awkward item sitting on the coffee table. When you lead with your primary business opportunity, that doesn't allow you to generate the conversation and the relationship like you are doing by giving away this free boot camp. That can generate so much conversation and build you as a leader, brand yourself, versus leading with your opportunity, like you explained earlier.
It's always about what's in it for them. So if a conversation starts, and I'm not saying, hey, I've done this, I've done that, I'm a big shot, this and that. The conversation never goes that way. The first thing I ask them is, what is it that I can do to help you? Are you having issues with generating your own leads or more sales in your primary business? Can you tell me a little bit about your history? Do you know how to market? Are you interested in that? There's a good question. Are you open? Here's a good question, folks. Are you open? Don't say interested. Say, are you open? If you use those few words right there, it will open up a conversation like you cannot believe. See, we work with words in our brain. Our right brain thinks differently than our left brain. And so if you use just a few words, are you open to a way to generate more leads and more sales for your primary business? Would you be interested in taking a look at something? Are you open to it? See, that's what I do.
Feel like they're closed, So that's a great point. So let me, Chuck, let me have you do this. I'm going to go and screen share something in the back office because we got to wind this up. Great job on sharing what you've got there. So let's just kind of stop that screen share. I'm going to do another one. And I just want to show people real quickly. Thank you. That was fantastic. Good points.
Great boot camp, Chuck. I liked it.
Yeah. I'm going to show people. I'm going to get out of the actual Lead Lightning here. So I'm going to log out of that. And now I'm going to log back in, okay, to my back office of Power Lead System. And you're going to notice that it looks a little bit different, okay? It says Power Lead System for one thing, and you'll notice right along here it says that I already have my free ad secrets and my Social Profit Academy. Those are 2 other upgraded courses that are fantastic. You can create income. Again, look at the page you're on and go through that information. When you come into the Lead Lightning funnel, it'll take you right through that and explain all of that. But these will be read if you have not upgraded yet. So let me just take you in here and show you something. If I were going to go into a website and I wanted to create a web page, for instance, with a custom template, and I might say that uses an opt-in form, there's a reason I'm going to show you this right here. This one right here has a video background, and I'm going to use that because the boot camp, so to speak, I'm going to show you uses this, okay? So let's say I click on the video background. There's several choices here. One where you just put in email, one email name and phone number, and one name and email. Let's say I choose this one, okay? It puts me immediately into the system, but let's just see what that would look like if I didn't change it. This is what it would look like. A fireball in the back and free video reveals, you know. Well, you can actually go back and you can alter any of that information. I'm going to show you real quick how I offered it. Now take a look at that and keep that in your mind, and then let me show you what I created. Now look at the difference here. Can you believe that that is the same template?
Wow, that looks really nice, Dottie. I like that.
So here's all I did. I put a different video in the back, okay? So let me just go back here and show you what I mean. I'm going to go to web pages. I'm going to go to the very one. That's where I just pulled that one up. I'm going to go to this very one. And in the background, I simply went and got the video on YouTube that you're seeing over here and put it in there. That changed that background to this. Can you believe that? And all I did was change the wording and the color. So I said, save thousands of dollars. What if you didn't have to travel to attend an event 1,000 miles away? So I'm giving away a free report, 5 things your business should do right now to profit. Discover how to brand and land on page 1 of Google utilizing live Google Hangouts. So it's a free report. It says save money, learn, and enjoy from the comfort of your home. So I'm asking, in other words, in order to get this and do this right in the comfort of your home, that's a nice looking home, isn't it? Rather than spending thousands of money going to an event, you can actually get my report, my boot camp, so to speak, by giving me your name, your email, and your phone number. Now notice that for mine, I request your phone number. Now there's so much, you think there's not interest in Google Hangouts. Let me give you an example. I got a call this morning from a huge company. They crashed a video conference line last night. Can you believe that? Crashed a video conference. They had so many people, and they want me to get them set up on a Google Hangout platform for their company, branding it, and training their in-house person how to run Hangouts. So do you see how valuable it might be in the future for people to learn how to do Hangouts? Now, how do you think they found me?
YouTube or Google.
Yeah, they actually found me on LinkedIn because I'm branded there as the Google Hangout coach. And all they did was do a little research. When they ran into their problem, their marketing person from California called me, put me on a call with their CEO this morning out of Florida. You think that works pretty good or not?
That's outstanding, Dottie.
Hey, Dottie, check this out, Dottie. What you created there was just a few. Now, I'm coming from a marketing perspective. What normally would cost a programmer maybe $1,500 to do, maybe, if you could find somebody who knew how to do this. You did it within a couple clicks of a mouse. You're actually using Google Hangout, which is attached to the largest search engine in the entire world, which every time that you create something like this gets indexed on the search engines through Google, i.e. YouTube, whatever the system platform is. And within 2 clicks of a mouse, within this platform, a Power Lead system, you created that. That's crazy.
Yeah, I just realized that I had you in the big screen, Chuck, so they probably couldn't see it because it was down below, so I'm going to bring it back up. Let me just explain how Google Hangouts usually work. Usually, it flips back and forth according to who's talking, but when we're doing this, I try to key on the person who's speaking at the time so that as we comment, it won't flip back and forth. And what I failed to do a minute ago, Chuck, was flip it back to where I was showing things. Or I should ask, were you all able to see that?
Oh, yes.
I saw it. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, maybe it was in the big screen, but I do want to just show people right now. This is what we're talking about right there. So hopefully they're able to see that this video right here is in the background. And a moment ago, when I just used the template, quote unquote. It was a big fireball in the back, and it said something totally different. All I did was change the wording, put in a YouTube video back here to express, look, you don't have to, travel thousands of miles. You can save money and do this from the comfort of your home and go through my little Google Hangout course. You think that would be valuable to people?
Very valuable, Dottie. Very.
So anyway, I'm going to stop there and just kind of come back and wind this up. Guys, you got anything else of value we can give people before we end this tonight? Last comments, Chuck, from you.
What I'd recommend that if you're in Lead Lightning right now and you're taking the $7 trial, go. You don't kick the tires. Take this seriously. Take a perspective from what we were speaking about tonight. It's a very simple marketing system, very effective marketing system to use. Go ahead and just jump up to the gold package. That's my recommendation for a number of reasons. But if you're looking at this very strongly, and don't get intimidated by it. It doesn't matter what your skill level is, because you can learn and stair step into this. Jump up and become a gold member, and plus you're going to be part of a great supportive community within the Power Lead system. So you have all sorts of support and help. I have brand new people that have zero skill set at marketing, and they're doing amazing things within a week or two, and they're promoting their businesses. So I can come from that perspective of working with newbie people with no marketing skills and becoming gold members within Lead Lightning through the $7 trial that they take, and upgrading and beginning their journey on marketing. So don't be intimidated. Jump in and learn. Embrace the learning curve.
Hey, thanks, Chuck. That's great. Thanks for those words of wisdom. And Barry, to you.
I just want to touch on, like I said, I want to go back when we said leading with value, then leading with your opportunity. And Dottie, I'm a member of several groups on Facebook, and some of them, a lot of the people in there are leading with their home-based opportunity. Yeah. And what do you have when you have a group of everybody advertising their business? You have not. It's like fishing in an empty pond. It's like, what are you achieving here? Because everybody is going after one goal, and that's promoting their business. Yeah. And when I was the only one in that group, in that pond of hungry fish, I could lead with value. When I tell them I'm offering them a free training that they can come to and learn how to promote their business, whose post in that group do you think got the most interaction? When somebody posts I'm selling XYZ or candles or chocolate or whatever they're selling, that post is at the top of the page and then it goes down very quickly. But when I'm in that group and I'm leading with value, like learn how to use a Google Hangout to grow your business, it might fall down 2 or 3 posts, but guess what? Somebody sees it, comments on it, it goes back to the top. So now I've branded myself in that group as a leader, as an expert. So that's what we talked about today, is leading with value. And since doing that, since being coached and mentored by you, Dottie, I've grown my audience and my business, and I've earned more income now than I've ever earned before Power Lead system. Leading with my opportunity online didn't make any money, but leading with value has done great things for me and has turned my business around.
Well, Barry, I tell you what, when you're so coachable and you're eager, and if anybody will do the same thing as Chuck and Barry are sharing with you, you're going to be successful. You can't help but be successful. And it's so important for you to get a mentor. All of us need mentors. We need mentors. We need mentoring. And that's the way it works best. So before I leave, I just want to mention what Chuck said about upgrading to your goal. Folks, that is only $53.97 a month. It's $30 for the actual system and $23.97 for your affiliate program, total of $53.97. And I'll tell you the truth, I see programs that cost 4 times as much and don't deliver even half the value. So you've got a great thing here with Lead Lightning. If you never do anything but pay that $7, you have value. There's no doubt about it. If you want to upgrade, go ahead and join us at Silver or Gold. If you want to upgrade further and get the free ad secrets to the Diamond or the Platinum, is the Social Profit Academy. It's going to teach you all about Facebook marketing. And I tell you what, I really appreciate that course. That's where I cut my teeth on it, and it stays updated. See, a lot of those courses, they create them, and they never update them, so it's no good because you can count on this. Facebook changes every day. Better get used to it. You know? So anyway, listen, I appreciate Chuck and Barry, you being on here. We will see you all next week, same time, 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, every Tuesday night at CoachBGoldNuggets.com, bringing you the best of the best training for lead lightning and the power lead system. Until next time, bye for now.